Monster Lair is a bit of an anomaly because it is an arcade-based game, and the fact that it is probably the most outstanding game that is in this episode. Monster Lair is a member of the Wonder Boy series. Now, Wonder Boy is mostly known for its console ports, and what it did was, starting with Wonder Boy 3 Monster World on the Genesis and Mega Drive, it went into a sort of action RPG type of genre and branched off. Now, Wonder Boy had a palette swap with Hudson for Hudson's Adventure Island. And oddly enough, while those games went off in their own direction, they too became part of the action RPG genre. However, in the arcades, Wonder Boy remained a trilogy of basically run-and-gun platformers. Now, in the first two games, basically all that happened was the screen would scroll to the right, you had to continuously move, and run and jump the obstacles that were in your path. Along the way, you could pick up things like skateboards or tomahawks or various power-ups, but it was relatively limited, and the main goal was kill or dodge everything in your wake. Monster Lair is unique because it basically takes that concept and turns it into a shoot-'em-up or shmup. There are two levels to each stage, shall I say, and in those levels, the first level consists of traditional gameplay, but they switch it up a little bit because there are lots of different collectible weapons. Think almost of Contra, but with like shooter twists. And then in the second level, it is full-blown shmup. It looks, plays like Gradius, Parodius, and various other horizontal shmups of the time. And therein lies where you meet your bosses. This game design is excellent, and I found it addicting from start to finish. It was also an additional gem because I had never played this in the arcades and had no idea what to expect going into it, and I was thoroughly impressed. Monster Lair, again, hands down has to be the best game that I looked at, and especially one of the highlights from the early part of 1989 on the PC Engine Turbografx 16 CD. It did come over to the West, and that's probably because we could see the mass appeal and that there was almost no translation necessary. Now, from a technological standpoint, this game has it all. The graphics are bright, colorful, and beautiful. The animation, fluid as I can get out, and it looks almost arcade perfect. In addition, the soundtrack is fantastic and seems even better than the arcade counterpart, but that's probably just the digitization into Redbook audio. Also, the controls for the first time on any of these games feels lock, stock, and tight from start to finish no matter where I play it. This is how a game should look, feel, and control on a CD-based console, and Monster Lair is the first one to show it off. I have to say that it is stunning across the board. It is a fantastic game to boot, and if you have never experienced the divergence from the action RPG genres, I highly recommend Monster Lair being one of the games you try out. With all that in mind, Monster Lair stands as a fantastic game that no matter what region you own the PC Engine CD or Turbografx 16 CD in, you have to own.